Welcome to the Modern Skein podcast. My name is Sharon Graff, and I am the owner of the Modern Skein, which is a yarn shop here in Montgomery, Texas.
And I'm Becky, store manager at the Modern Skein.
So welcome to podcast. I believe this is episode 87, if I remember correctly. And thanks for watching. So if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. And if you're just tuning in, hopefully you have a fun time and enjoy yourself on this podcast. We are bringing you all sorts of things that we're working on here at the Modern Skein. A little bit of events, sometimes some new things that are into the shop, and usually a little bit of craziness. But,
yeah,
you know, it happens. It's a Wednesday that we film on, so midweek,
yeah,
shenanigans. And we're always fueled with coffee.
absolutely.
Ding. So grab your beverage. Grab your beverage and join
Or your
us.
beverage, if that's what you're feeling today.
I mean, that sounds interesting.
I mean, veggie beverage.
I suppose if you have some
beverage.
carrot juice,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
healthy and fancy and not coffee, If you're watching this in the afternoon, grab you a kombucha or go straight for a glass of wine or whatever you prefer. And
Or apple cider. I bought apple cider at the grocery store, and I'm so
it
happy.
Okay, guys, so it's starting to feel a little bit more like fall in our neck of the woods. And yes, last week it was actually like slightly sweater weather. I say slightly, only because it gets warm during the afternoon still. But I'm already breaking out like my long sleeve shirts. I'm just shoving them up, and I'm wanting to feel the cool things. This week is not going to be terrible. It's going to be cooler-ish in the morning, kind of cloudy and rainy during the afternoons, which is not my favorite, but it keeps the temperatures down. This isn't a weather podcast, by the way. We're just...
I was about to say, welcome to our meteorology segment.
Yes. So, yeah.
If you look up here at the back behind us on the green screen, you can see...
The front is moving in.
We have a high likelihood of West Knits.
Yes, which is true. And we're going to talk about West Knits today because Mystery Knit Along is coming very, very soon. So, yes, we're going to show you our palettes, or in my case, my three options because I have no chill. But we first like to start off the episode with any finished objects that we have done. And past few weeks, you know that I have not had any finished objects. But today, I do. Boom. So, This is my Marseille Sweater, and I'm going to put it on real quick so you can see it. And I even wove in all the ends, you guys.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Yesterday, I literally sat in the chair and wove in ends on this and on another project. I don't know, Mercury's in retrograde or something, but I wove in my ends.
Do, 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 do.
Okay, now this is a very oversized, cozy, like legging wearing sweater. It's like all the cozy fall vibes, you guys. And I'm probably going to pass out from the heat in this, but I love it. So the only modification that I did to this sweater is the neck. So what it was supposed to be was knit like 8 inches and then fold it over to have like a finished cuff, like so. So a folded collar. Everything else has been a tubular bind off on the sleeves and on the bottom. And I kind of liked the idea of almost like a mock turtleneck. So I just went for about 3.5-ish inches and then did a tubular bind off. And I really love how that finished off the neck. So if you recall, so now this is huge. It is massive. So, I'm like right here and I've got probably 16 or so inches of positive ease. I have a ton of positive ease. I mean, sleeves are all like, but that's what I wanted. I wanted a super cozy. So I knit I think the 4th size option, which would be maybe like the large, either medium or large, on this one, because I think it starts at extra small. It may have started at double extra small. I don't know. I used Arbor from Brooklyn Tweed, which is a fabulous 100% American targy wool. So it is a non-superwash. It's more of a woolly wool, but it's extremely soft, and especially once it's been blocked, which I blocked this, it's like super cozy next to skin. Like, this is not going to scratch anything. It's so nice. So yeah, this is gonna be my cozy fall vibes sweater. Wear with leggings, wear over. I actually saw this girl on Instagram. There's this white button down shirt dress that you can get on Amazon. That's pretty cheap. It's in my shopping cart. And she styled it over a commercially made sweater, but it was kind of similar vibes to this, kind of oversized and everything, and then she put a belt over it. I was like, I could do that to the Marseille. So stay tuned. That might be coming up and having some cute little styled photos. That was some boots. That would be super cute. I'm going to take this off now because I have a long sleeve shirt underneath it, and it's not sweater weather today, and it's not even long sleeve shirt weather today, as you can see.
The long sleeve is a stretch.
Yeah. So
the humidity is back with the force.
yes, that's really the problem. If it
It is.
wasn't humid, it would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, ta-da! Finished object. Marseille Sweater by Petite Knit. I love the pattern. Very easy to do. There's I'll say unique. Nothing really like super unique. It's just, it was a different construction than I had done for the shoulder shaping, where you do like a provisional cast on. So it's very much seamless up at the top. And then you do short row shaping, picking up stitches. It just gives you a very finished, clean look. It gives you the look of a set-in cap sleeve, but you do it via short rows, so it's not difficult whatsoever. There's no seaming, because you pick up and knit down from the sleeves, pick up and knit the collar. So very, very nice. Now I did add, I say the neck was the only thing. So for my size, it said to do 4 stripes on the body of my contrast color. I went ahead and did a 5th segment because I wanted it longer, and I didn't want to just knit that much more of the main color and the additional ribbing. It fit to have 1 more stripe. So I went ahead and knit the 5th stripe, which would technically you wouldn't do unless you did the next size up for mine, but I really enjoy it. And then I just stuck with the same 4 stripes on the sleeve. So I did not do an additional 5th stripe. Then it would have been way too long. So that's my Marseille sweater. Again, that's by Petite Knit, and the yarn is Arbor by Brooklyn Tweed. If you did not want to use Arbor, you could definitely use Estate Decay or Croft Decay from Red Stag Fiber for a superwash yarn. You could use the Farm Twist by Mad Tosh. You could use Kelborn Woolens for another really nice lightweight, kind of slightly woolly option. You could even use Dapple. Dapple would give you a really fun look, and be very lightweight with the addition of the cotton. That would be really nice. And of course, you don't even have to stripe it. If you're just looking for, like, that's the shape and the style of a oversized, almost sweatshirt-like sweater, which very much, that's what it reminds me of, is kind of a sweatshirt style. Just leave out the stripes. Just do it all in one color. Just get an extra skein of your main color and do it that way. So I did have a little bit of extra yarn. I basically had 1 skein extra because I took 3 skeins of my contrast of Arbor, because it's 50 gram skeins. I basically only used 2, even with that extra stripe. And I think I had about maybe one extra skein's worth of my main color, but not a big deal. So I think that's it for finished objects, though. Because, Becky, do you have one?
I don't.
That's
Not
okay.
this time.
That's okay. You've been
By next time, I will.
You've been pulling your weight on a lot of them the past couple weeks, so definitely.
I think by next time, if all goes according to plan, I will have 2 finished objects. So,
Well, I'm hoping by next time I also have 2 more finished objects because, okay, so I've set some personal goals for myself and my knitting before the West Knits knit along starts. So the official clue drop date is October 8th, which is a Friday, 4 p.m. Amsterdam time, which is going to be somewhere around like 9, 10, 11 p.m. our time. Y'all know I don't stay up that late. Even on a Friday night, I might stay up till 10 o'clock. So I will look. Let's put it this way. Up until about 9:30, I will still be checking my email. But the likelihood of me casting on Friday night is very, very slim. I will most likely cast on Saturday morning, and we're going to have a big party here in the shop Saturday morning. So anyway, before Saturday morning, my goal is to finish 2 projects that are on my needles. Well, actually 3. 1, I finished the Marseille, so nice check mark off the list.
whoop, whoop. 1 down.
1 down. My second one, I am starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, I feel. So this is a test knit, and I can show it because it's about to be released. Everybody else is finished, I'm pretty sure. So this is, the pattern's called Devop. It's by Corrado Lark. It should be coming out in the next week. I have finished my sleeve. Woohoo! Sorry.
1 down.
1 sleeve done. I don't have the body quite done yet, but it's fine. I still have the second sleeve to do. But my goal is to at least, I want to finish the entire thing before West Knits, but to at least finish the body, which I think honestly I can crank out the body before the end of this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, for me, it's at that boring part of endless stockinette. Really, that's it. But cranked out 1 sleeve, finished that yesterday, even with the little colorwork bit at the end, which is cute. It's a little tighter than I wanted. Not like the colorwork portion is tight, it's just the sleeve seems very skinny. Hopefully it fits. It's not going to fit me. It's not supposed to fit me anyway. It's supposed to fit Josh, but we shall see. So the yarn I'm using is the yarn that the sweater was designed in, and that is Red Stag Fiber Croft DK in the colorway Edinburgh Castle Gloss, which is the green, and then the white is Antique Linen, but also held with the Surrey in Antique Linen colorway. So then you have a nice little colorwork thing here. There's supposed to be a band of colorwork at the bottom. Since I'm making this for Josh, he really doesn't want colorwork down at the bottom, and so I'm just going to knit the body straight through and then do ribbing and just do the colorwork at the cuffs. And I'm also not doing the striped ribbing on the cuffs either. He wasn't that thrilled with that option, and I just realized I did not do the cuffs in twisted rib, and I don't really care at this point. I can always undo them and redo them later. So anyway, this is the sweater, and yeah, hopefully I can get that done quickly, get that off my plate. Then the other thing that I want to finish, and I think I'll be able to get really, really close, if not also finish, is my, and I'm in the middle of a
this
row.
so much.
This is my Fiery Foliage by West Knits. You guys, I am now working on my solid section 4, or color 4.
It's so good.
Ta-da!
So good.
It's like autumn in a shawl. It really is. So this is my color 4, which is Nest by Ching Fiber. And somewhere in here is color 5. Hold, please.
Do 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 do.
There we go. Okay, so this is color 5. So this is Sky on Fire by Red Stag Fiber. So we started with Poppy by Hedgehog Fibers, then faded into Fool's Gold by Hedgehog, then faded into Painting Seeds by Chlorindrod, which is this bright orange, and then we just finished fading into The Nest by Ching, and then it will fade and end with Solid Sky on Fire by Red Stag. So it'll be very autumnal and gorgeous. So I don't have that much more to go. I think I technically have like 2 more rows of leaves and then the border. So, and it's not terribly amount of stitches. I think when I end, I'll have 358 stitches on the needle. So it's not like an exorbitant 900 and some odd. So this one actually goes pretty fast. Pattern's real easy to memorize and all that fun stuff. So I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get this one done as well. Yeah. So then, well, I have one other project that I actually have worked on since we podcast last, and I'm going to show it. And everything else that we showed on the last podcast, I haven't worked on. But it's not a good way to show this yet either. So this is my Baltian by Caitlin Hunter, Boyline Networks. Guys, this is going to be such a fun fall sweater. I'm loving it. So I have separated for the sleeves, and I'm working on the back, I think. Yeah, I'm working on the back. And the color I'm using is, for the main body, is Bordeaux, which is one of the new colors from Red Stag Fiber. This is also on his Chateau sock base, which is so soft and drapey. And then the contrast color is Antique Linen on the Riyadh base. So it definitely has a warmer look on the Riyadh base because it naturally is like a golden color, the Riyadh, because it's camel. It's just so soft. Guys, it's so soft. And the stitch definition is great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I haven't worked on it in probably this whole week, but I can't wait to pick that back up. So, but I'm trying not to pick that up until I get at least the body done on the test knit Devop. So that's kind of my personal goals. Yeah. You have any? I know you can't really show.
I can't really show this.
What you're working on,
but I can give like quick sneaky peek. I'm finishing up a cardigan test knit. It's a secret test knit, hence why I can't show it. But I'm in love. I cannot wait to wear this. And it should be, actually don't know what the release date is, but I know I'm set to have it done, or I need to have it done by next week. So, hence
probably like an mid-October release date, probably.
So, yeah, this has kind of made me a monogamous knitter the past like week or so, because I know I've needed to get this done. And then the other project I have going is another secret one.
Just have all the secrets.
I know. It's a sock pattern that's going to be included with an advent calendar. So I can't show that one. So that's what I've been knitting.
We can show some of the yarn.
I can show you the colorways of the yarn though.
This is her main color. So this is Croft Fingering. And this is Edinburgh Castle. So that's the main body of the whole sweater. And then there's these fun little stripes.
In per pod there. William of Orange. Isle of Harris with a whole bunch of loose string. and pine.
It's such a pretty, like, just...
Yeah, it just, I don't know, it hits all the notes for me.
It's very, like autumnal without being
Bam.
bleh, all over
Yes.
you.
Yes. Autumnal, and then I like that it's kind of got, you know, the orange and the purple are there, so it appeals to my spooky season loving soul. Without being bleh, Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Because, I mean, it can also be springtime, too.
Yes.
It's really almost on any color palette, but, like, it picks up on the fall vibes, it picks up on the spring vibes, it picks up on the spooky vibes, it picks up, I mean, about the only thing it doesn't have is Christmas, but, you know.
Yeah.
It's real
But am I
pretty.
going to wear it around Christmas? Oh, yes.
She's going to wear it all the time.
Yes.
So, yes. We have something else in your big giant bag.
Bag of wonders here. I'm trying to think. I can even show you the buttons.
Ooh.
We went digging in our camp stash of old buttons, and so I have these fun, like, I think they're shell.
Yeah, they look kind of like, almost like a mother pearl
Yeah.
shell thingy.
So, sparkly.
That's going to be pretty.
It's shiny. Sparkly, I guess. Yep.
All the things. Of course, I still have my CV and my brioche, seriously, holy wrap. And I do plan on working on those as soon as painted or fiery foliage and the test knit sweater are done. And I have two things that I want to cast on, but I'm trying to resist. One is the Chanky. No, it's not Chanky.
Please tell me more about the pattern known as Chanky.
It's called the Chunky Magnolia Sweater. It's been around for a while by Camilla Vod. And I've seen it. It's been in my queue for a while. But I saw this person on Instagram do it holding a skein or a strand of a DK weight yarn with a strand of Surrey. And so now I've got some yarn over in the other room set aside for me. But I'm not taking out of inventory so somebody can like snag it. But hopefully it's still there. Of Red Stag Fiber, I think I picked Castle Rock for the main color, and then the Sharon's palette on the Surrey, which is basically my favorite palette, taupe and gray and a little bit of navy blue, and all together it would just be gorgeous. I have that, and I still want to cast on. I have taken this out of inventory, so it's mine.
Yeah, when's yours?
The Viburna out of the Laine issue 12. Get a picture of this.
Just getting like wafts of that wonderful fresh book smell.
Oh, yes. So that's Viburna. It's knit side to side. And knitting it out of this, which is Santa's Garn Sunday in the burnt sugar colorway, which would just be glorious. So, yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm huffing the book. It's so good. But, you know, there's also these recipes, you guys. And I've been on a baking kick the past couple days. Made some molasses cookies. So for me, like the quintessential fall cookie is a molasses cookie for me. I just love them because it's kind of like gingerbreadish / kind of snickerdoodle. I'm not a fan of snickerdoodles typically, but Josh, that's like his favorite cookie. So it makes us both happy because I love good gingerbread. And they're soft. I hate a crunchy cookie. Just do. I hate it. And these are like soft, but not raw. It's just perfect. So I made those the other day. I made a batch of blueberry muffins the other day. I made a banana pecan bread. It was delicious. Just all the fall baking things. I love to bake in the fall. I don't hardly bake at all during the summer. It's just too hot.
Yeah.
I don't like baked goods during the summer. Give me the smoothies, the smoothie bowls, the fresh fruit. That's me in the summer. Sushi, ahi tuna, seafood. That's all I want in the summer. And now all I want is chili and stew and warm things. Except I still like my iced coffee.
I mean, iced coffee is a year-round treat.
Mm-hmm. So is ice cream.
Yep.
Fun fact, not that you care, but since we're just talking about random things at the moment, when I was a kid, we were driving back from Dallas one time, and there was like a random cold front, like in January or something, and so it was like 36 degrees outside, and like my mom and dad were like, yeah, we're going to stop for Dairy Queen because we told you that. And it was like 80 when we left the house, you know. And so we're like going into this Dairy Queen. It's like 36. And I'm like, can I have a blizzard? And the guy was like, it's like 36 degrees. Don't you want like a hot fudge sundae or something? And I'm like, no, I want a blizzard. Which, if you don't know what a blizzard is basically ice cream. Dairy Queens aren't all over the U.S. So Dairy Queen, it's a ice cream place basically. And you get soft serve and like candy. I always got like M&Ms, and they blend it all up like a frozen custard kind of a thingy, but it's ice cream, not custard. Like a concrete, some people call them that.
Yep.
Same idea. Yeah. So I'll eat ice cream when it's freezing cold out. Doesn't bother me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like growing up in upstate New York, there was pretty much always freezer ice cream in the freezer, even when it was freezing outside.
Well, yeah.
And you get an extra blanket and you just bundle up.
Yeah.
But you eat the ice cream because, you know.
Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Hot cider donut. I don't know what made me. I guess saying upstate New York, I'm automatically like, hot cider donut.
Yeah.
Moving on, since this is not a food podcast either.
West Knits?
West Knits. Okay. Yes. So we're going to share our West Knits palettes. And in my case, my very much lack of decision making in my West Knits palette. So I'm trying to figure out which one I should show first.
I think you should show that one first because that's the one you landed on first.
This was my first instinct. So I'm going to show this because it's easier to hold it up. It's the same color. So I just have one of my colors already wound up. Haha, navy blue. Can you, whatever. No one's surprised by that. So this is my first instinct palette. Some of this actually came from Stash. 2 skeins of it. Technically 3. So.
Yep.
Now, before anyone says, there's not enough contrast in that, I want a very monochromatic palette for this year's. Steven said you can do that. So, that being said, I do realize there's not a whole lot of difference between these two. This one is definitely brighter, and I feel like when I do the black and white photography to see the tonalities, that there's enough contrast for me and for what I'm looking for. So these are Undercover Otter colors that we don't have anymore. It's Arrakis and Uncle Fester from 2 really good movies, Addams Family obviously, and Dune. I know. I actually like Dune. It's weird. And then Her Majesty's Navy on Chateau Sock. This is Badass Blue by Less Traveled Yarn, and this is Hero by Ching Fiber. My only potential change to this palette would be to take out the Badass Blue, because Hero was my first choice color. And it would be to switch to, but then you really don't see this. Switch to having a black and the navy blue. But I feel like this is less of a difference here.
I think so.
Than this.
Yeah. And I think you could manipulate, like, where you place it. Mm-hmm.
So this is my first choice / my first, and I'm pretty sure this is what I'm actually going to use. That being said, I get distracted very easily in the shop. And
I mean, we've been putting together palettes pretty much every week since the, like, teaser came out.
Pretty much. So this palette also tweaked my interest. Because, again, my love for monochromatic and my love for neutrals and for non-superwash wool. So this is a Biche and Bouche palette that we put together. I don't think I'm going to pick this one, only because everyone's like, it's too boring for West Knits. And I do agree it's a little boring for West Knits, but that doesn't mean I won't use this for something else. But if you love it, and maybe this would be outside of your comfort zone, this is beige, gray beige, gray melange, light brown, and medium gray brown. You would need 2 of each skein, as they are 50-gram skeins, but this would be a super fun, more rustic, non-superwash palette. And then last but not least, this palette, we actually saw the lovely ladies at Espace Tricot put together a similar color palette on their website, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have the exact same colors in Red Stag. And it's just gorgeous. So, someone please get this palette. So, this is Aberdeenshire, Edinburgh Castle, Antique Leather, Her Majesty's Navy, and the New Bordeaux. This is like moody, like, what is that? Pendleton blanket or something like that. Very much.
It's got a moody, like, Pendleton.
Yes. It's so good. Somebody needs this. Not me. So yes, I'm pretty darn positive that this is going to be my palette. I already have this wound, so, you know, that's one thing, and I'll probably end up winding my yarn maybe today or tomorrow.
I need to as well.
Yes. So why don't you share your palette?
Okay. So
You're also using some stash?
I am. So I basically have been, like, eyeing this skein of Harbor since it came in. And I was like, okay, I based the entire thing about making sure that this could work in there. And it's definitely got some variegation in it. So I'm probably doing a little more, like, variegation than maybe is recommended. But I'm here for it.
But you have it anchored with the more solid colors.
Yes.
So I think it's fine.
So I went with a darker color to go alongside it. Some anthracite. And went a little bit lighter and brighter with River Rock. Mm-hmm. And then I pulled from Stash. And I had a couple Sock Squad colorways from Farmer's Daughter to really just pop the heck out of it.
That's going to be super nice.
So, super fun and happy.
It's like oceany sunrise kind of colors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Ocean sunrise. I'm ready to knit an ocean sunrise.
Yes, so Stephen just had a video that he posted this morning, kind of almost like question and answer style, interview style. Not really giving away secrets, but just kind of more of his thoughts behind Mystery Knit Along, how he almost like gets the inspiration and the start for the Mystery Knit Along and all that stuff. And you get to see some little cameos from his new puppy.
Oh my gosh, Brioche the pup.
Brioche. It's so cute. If you haven't seen his puppy, go to his Instagram. You've probably been under a rock or not on Instagram for some reason. His puppy is so cute. So cute.
I near about died with the little photo of the puppy in the bike basket.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's such a little Amsterdam thing. It's like the little pupper in the little basket. All
wrapped in
up.
brioche.
Mm-hmm. And its name is Brioche. It's so cute. So yes. And it's just like this little tiny little pupper. And then, of course, Steven's like 6'2", so it's like, it's just, it's funny. And it's adorable. So, yes. So,
Yeah. Great thoughts. I agree.
That's where this day's going. As far as the West Knits Knit Along, of course, you still have plenty of time to sign up, and you still have time to order a kit from us and get it before the Mystery Knit Along. I just would recommend ordering by like Wednesday of next week and picking like priority shipping to or next day or something like that, just because the mail service is right now.
You don't want it to be stuck waiting in some warehouse and you're like itching to cast on.
Yeah. Because, you know, I mean, that's typically what would happen. If you weren't in a rush for it, you get it the next day. If you were, you know, waiting desperately for it, it's going to take forever. Or in the case of an Amazon package I arrived, I literally opened it up yesterday and was like, what is this? This is chainsaw files. I did not order chainsaw files. I literally ordered safety pins, and they sent me chainsaw files.
Yes.
So I'm like pulling this out. I'm like, Josh, what is this? He's like, that's chainsaw files. Why'd you order chainsaw files? I'm like, I didn't. I ordered safety pins. So yeah, you never know. Hopefully, I mean, we're not going to replace your yarn with chainsaw files. You will get your yarn, that's for sure. But yes, definitely get your orders in.
Free with purchase. Chainsaw files.
No, I sent them back.
Good.
I have no use for them. But we did get in Tunisian crochet hooks and a restock of all of our Prim crochet hooks. Restock of all of our needles and cords that we were desperately getting low in. They finally arrived. So definitely, if you were looking for those, get your orders in. There's only a couple things that were back ordered, so that's really good. And yeah, that's about it. If you're local, of course, come to our Stephen West Cast On Party. That's going to be Saturday, October the 9th, and we will have cinnamon rolls and snacks and mimosas and just fun stuff. So come hang out with us and cast on and get all excited. Plenty of room for that. And yeah, I think that's about it. Don't really have anything else to share particularly.
Nope.
Hopefully I get all of my quotas for my knitting done and checked marked off. So yeah, because we won't film a podcast until after the next clues release, so you have to stay tuned and see our progress, and we'll of course do a little announcement if you are trying not to see spoilers, so look away, shield your eyes, all that fun stuff.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, we also got in some new notions. We got in our Modern Skein mugs. We got in we don't have a Modern Skein mug to show you, but we did get them in.
Imagine that this has the Modern Skein logo here.
Yes, pretend, because that was a boo-boo. And then we've gotten a few restocks of Red Stag Fiber, speaking of. And, I don't think we shared this. We got in a bunch of West Yorkshire Spinners Croft Shetland wool.
No, we haven't yet.
So if you didn't see the post on Instagram, check out our Croft Shetland wool. So that's all Aran weight, yumminess. We restocked Nomadic Knits issue 10, which is the Texas issue. I know some of you guys were wanting that. We have restocked that. Yeah. Oh, and Sandus Garn Double Sunday. We now have all the colors, the Petite Knit collaboration. We have all 14 colors, sweaters quantity in all of them. So get it. It's so nice in person. It's so soft. It's gorgeous. I love Sunday. Double Sunday is literally just double thick.
Yep.
It's amazing. So I think that's going to wrap it up, since we don't really have a whole lot else to talk about, and we're just doing a whole bunch of
Yeah.
So thanks so much for tuning in, and hopefully we'll have a little more finished object content for you guys. Maybe I'll have a few more cast-ons too. You never know. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.